I hate how goofy this makes me look. Well, this doesn't seem quite fair, does it? The ogre can just hit my slice and dice through the wall. Ah, interesting. Well, I didn't expect to be saying hello to you guys and good morning so soon, but wonky stuff just kept happening in Dungeon Defenders, and I want to pick up more of these, like, emerald type crystal swords. I like picking those up for future cosplay reasons or just aesthetic, vanity, visual collection. I like stuff like that in games, even in a game like Dungeon Defenders where everything is about min-maxing, statistics, getting better stats, scrolling through and rolling through more levels, etc., etc. You know what? A little bit of fashionscape never hurt anybody. I'm definitely going to pick that up for the future, even though it's not useful. I don't know how many item box slots or like spaces you're allocated in this game. Maybe it's not even too much of a worry. But hello, good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome to Dungeon Defenders. Welcome to some redemption from last episode. This episode, we were able to actually finally take on the Royal Gardens and complete it without a hitch. The recording may look just a little different as I changed up the resolution in game. Hopefully it should look a little higher quality, maybe a slight bit. Maybe you don't notice it. Maybe you watch on 480p like I do, like an absolute heathen. That's okay. However you enjoy to watch the video. Hopefully you're doing well today, just hanging out, maybe playing some video games. Welcome to Retro Pat, a pretty casual channel for me, a fun channel, a hangout channel, just to talk about whatever I want to talk about, as well as playing video games, whatever I want to do. This is a fun, enjoyable thing, a passion project for me. So let's go ahead and jump into stat this level up. For example, we're looking at today on the Squire. We're getting to level 30, which is pretty cool. I think this should give us an achievement as well, which is definitely something I want to start looking forward to on Dungeon Defenders, is going more into achievements and such, which I was looking at earlier. There are some pretty easy ones, like leveling up a piece of gear once. We could just go do that if we really want to achievement hunt, but it's better in the macro efficiency thing to hold that off until we actually want to level up items, which we don't want to do until very, very late. Here's some of the achievements, for example, like upgrade your first piece of equipment. 38% of people have gotten. It's always super interesting to me to see the percentages of what people have gotten what in achievements. I think most people enjoy that when it comes to achievement hunting. As we can see, 34% of people have reached level 30, and that is the veteran level. And then after that, you don't get an achievement until level 70, Defender of Etheria, which 22% of people have achieved. We have things like reaching level Survival Wave 10 on Insane Difficulty, 15 million mana in the bank. What are the least completed achievements in Dungeon Defenders? That's the kind of stuff that I want to look forward to, at least towards endgame, and try to achieve. A lot of it seems like Nightmare Difficulty DLC or Nightmare Difficulty challenge levels, stuff like that. You've earned every other Dungeon Defenders accomplishment through the Eternia Shards campaign. The Eternia Shards campaign is something I'm looking forward to. That is something that I had the first DLC for, the Eternia Shards, like, or the Lost Shards or whatever, the first part of the DLC on Xbox 360, but I never went into I never finished that storyline. So I have a full storyline from my childhood that I never was able to finish because I couldn't, afford the other DLC. So that'll be fun. But let's focus on one thing at a time. Let's just do the level up really quick that I keep stalling for content. We have an absolutely shocking amount of defense health right now, which is super nice. I'm probably going to pump all of this into damage. Like, looking at our current stats, attack rate, everything else is super high. Yeah, this is just damage, honestly. I'm not sure if I one-shot everything yet, and there's that achievement I was talking about. On to the next map. We know, I don't quite remember what it is, but we should be closing in on the final level semi-soon. I feel like there might be... Oh, is this the castle? The Ramparts. The Ramparts. I think that there is this the before last level, or is there another level after that? I'm not sure. We'll end up seeing. Defend the 3 Eternia crystals. So this is a pretty, I feel like I remember. We'll see if I have any issues here. We'll find some choke points. Let me gather mana first. I do like how this is like you're on rooftops. Like, all of this map is on rooftops, which I think is a really, really cool aesthetic. Castle rooftops for a level, great design. And this whole little bridge is just one subsection. Wow. Okay, so this should be pretty easy to defend. I feel like I never really have an issue with this. We're probably going to go ahead and just put a slice and dice here. Is it even worth doing that? I probably just put a slice and dice like here. Maybe if we get lucky, we kick some of them off the little gap on the bridge right there, and then I'll go ahead and put up since it seems like wyverns might come from over here, I might try to put some harpoons down here later on, but we'll dodge that for now. I love this chest location on top of this big red roof. It just looks so nice. If I recall correctly, this map looks really complicated, but I feel like the choke points are actually semi-simple if I remember correctly. So we'll see. This looks insane. I don't even know if this visual is in the game on 360. Like, this might just be cut because I don't know if it can render all this. This is stunning. You can't tell me this isn't like Skyrim tier of level design of the boats off in the distance and the castle drawbridge right there. It's just beautiful. Okay, one of the more interesting things about this map is that so many of the choke points like all come together, which create a giant choke point. So there's this spawn that comes right up here, obviously up to here. I could choke it off there at that little edge and try to bounce them off. I thought about that, but I think I prefer the idea. The issue is they could jump, I guess, technically down there, but I don't think the AI is smart enough. But they're all going to come here. So these guys are going to come here through here. And then there's also this other path, which will come up here. And they'll also meet here. So if I put a slice and dice here, this should take care of like 2 giant doors. Now, these guys could also obviously come down this location here. And then there's also another side over here, which kind of does the same thing. I'll have to come over here and see what other choke point. I assume it's similar. Oh, no, I remember this little area can be a problem. And then where are the minions? We have this area slice and diced off. Okay. This area can definitely be a little bit of a problem because having a high ground, low ground situation is a pain. Okay, we can put a slice and dice here, which is kind of weird, or we can run back here. I think it's probably the best thing. Or we could put a slice and dice. I feel like sometimes I put it like just straight up down here. I don't know if that's good. I really don't know. I feel like that's probably better than... I feel like that is probably better. Hilariously, maybe I put it like here. Yeah, because I want them to walk forward. Yeah, I'll put it like here. I want them to walk forward and not have to like have staircase vertical. Once again, being aware of your verticals in this game is just so important for how your towers can actually hit the enemy. There's also one of those weird maps with wyverns on literally the first wave, so that'll be interesting to watch out for. I don't have the perfect plan for that right now. I know that some come from this direction. It seems like some come from over here as well. I'm going to straight up just put a hyper safe protection turret like this. We'll add more later to make that a lot more efficient. Let's just go ahead and rock this first wave and see how things go. We have a lot to learn for this map since it's our first attempt in many years. That section should be taken care of pretty easily. We'll add harpoons here and there to help take care of the archers and shamans, which obviously cause problems. Those guys are going to get sliced up easy peasy. I'm looking out for the wyverns. There we go. Okay, so they all come. It seems like wyverns will just come from over here, essentially, and maybe other places. We'll see. Well, yeah, there's one up there. Do I have a way to deal with that? I don't think I do. I think I have to go deal with that. But this turret, this budget safety turret, will take care of those 2. Then this guy's going to fly down here. So I do need some turrets down here. Seeing where the wyverns come from, probably the best way to stay safe. So now that we know they're going to be coming down here, I need to get mana and put up some harpoons. I love the broken down harpoons here for you can obviously see just like the aesthetics of the map. It looks like this slice and dice, yeah, already taken a fair bit of damage. How are these archers out of range? Man, we need harpoons everywhere. And there's a shaman on the map already on wave 1 as well, kind of messing things up, doing damage. It's not in range to get killed. Ugh, it's just a pain. Easily, a huge pain of a mob. Let's take care of them. There we go. First wave completed, but definitely a lot of things to fix, obviously. Need a lot of harpoons around. We'll go ahead and add a safety harpoon. Should I put it just like this? I guess here and then like this. Yeah, that's pretty safe. He'll take care of shamans and everything. We'll upgrade this to heal it since it's pretty far from being fully healed and, get the thing on it. And then we'll put some harpoons over here. These are needed over here. These are just going to be required. So let's go ahead and put one. You can put it farther back or farther. I'm cool with farther back because then it kind of gives me, yeah, we'll put one here like this, and then pretty much on the other side. I want it to have a bunch of range and a bunch of angle. Oh, can I not fit one over here, back here, if that one's like that? I don't know if I can, kinda, and then I have to, okay, have all the yellow come to that side, and then have it like that. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's grab the rest of our mana chests. Give this guy a nice safety harpoon over here, once again, in case of the ranged minions or shamans. We'll upgrade this, why not? And I need to remember to not walk into this pit like I almost... Okay, well, if that wasn't on purpose, I promise. I just forgot how to jump for whatever reason. Thankfully, in the build phase, if you die like that, you literally don't lose any mana, so there's actually no downside, thankfully. At least in this difficulty. In insane difficulty, you'd lose a lot of precious time, which would really hurt you. We'll upgrade this as well to heal it up. And then a nice safety turret over here would do wonders, I feel like. Let's just go ahead and put it I guess straight down here is mostly fine. Avoiding the goblin bombers would be nice. We can kind of put it at a little bit of a range, but that should be pretty good. I wonder if I can go ahead and place a turret here as well. This is going to help me not only with... I wonder if this will shoot down enough. So I want this for the wyverns that'll come from this direction to help out a little bit without, but also I want to see if it aims down here. So let's just start this next wave. I have a lot of towers built, but I honestly don't even know what other extra support. Yeah, it looks like... Yes, this harpoon does perfectly aim down there. So it'll be extra... Well, okay, well, now it's not. Now it's getting stuck in the wall. Close. Oh, so close. Almost a good build. At least it hits wyverns well. Can do something. I'm gonna put another turret here because of that. I know those wyverns can be a pretty big pain on this map, so I'll put the extra one there here as well. Go pick up this mana. I'm pretty sure there's no like death jump. There's a little small sliver of a death jump there. And once again, some shamans on the map are causing problems. Let's go clean those two up. Okay, well, we have our safety harpoon actually helping us out with that. Nice. But that means I probably need to set up another one because that was still a problem. Like up here, it feels like there was some shamans over here that just didn't get dealt with properly. Was it this one? Could this one really not aim over here? Or what was it? I'm just shocked how it couldn't hit those. It'd be totally fine to put up a slice and dice over here. I do have less build units on this map than the previous one, which is kind of interesting. I'm probably just gonna put a slice and dice here. I don't really need it, but like, I don't know, it's just extra backup. Like if this goes down, this can still operate, kind of putting less pressure, less minions on one slice and dice. Then we can go ahead and definitely put a harpoon over here as backup. We'll set that all up and then come over here and look for an upgrade on this to heal it and get some more damage as well. I need to be checking and calculating my damage a lot more at this stage. I no longer know if my towers one-shot everything they need to. I just haven't really been paying enough attention. I've been trying to put in, you know, damage myself in between waves or during the actual combat waves, or just kind of build more stuff or upgrade, as opposed to watching my towers and analyzing the numbers they do. A cool little thing you can do if you want to is you can go ahead and put a harpoon turret up here, which is something I honestly might do. Mostly just because it's fucking cool. So we can go ahead and do this. And yeah, now we're playing the real Dungeon Defenders challenge. Let's go ahead and start the wave and see if these guys one-shot the wyverns like I want them to, and what else. I don't know if these are in range to hit these, unfortunately. Oh, well, no, maybe it can. It's a little delayed, though. The thing doesn't move fast enough. Let's see these wyverns coming in. Let's see how much damage it does. Does one shot, 1,098 damage per harpoon shot. Okay, not too shabby. Let's come down here and support. Got some goblin bombers about to pop off, though, which is a little... I'm pretty sure they one-shot me. Ooh, not quite, but pretty close. Not leveling my hero HP at all seems to have come with some consequences. Who would have thought? And this little slice and dice on the side is doing pretty well. We're going to give it an upgrade and probably give the harpoon as an upgrade as well. Going to be honest, super easy wave, literally no problems. I feel like this map is not going to be an issue for me, but we still have two waves left to play through, so we'll see if I eat those words. I'm going to put an extra turret down here to help out a little bit. Probably a bowling ball, to be totally honest. Let's just go for that. I do have 5 defense units left after that. There's going to be an ogre coming from here, which makes that even more important. So, you know what? I'm going to do something kind of funny. I think I want to put like a yup, that's the word. A little spinner blockade here, maybe? In like a weird position? To just stall for a little bit. This is basically just there to eat up the defense units and be here for 1 round. I don't expect this to live past this round. It'll just give us a little bit more support on the incoming ogre, so I'll be pretty happy with that. We'll come back up and go upgrade more things. All right, we're going to call that enough support and go ahead and start things, see how this rolls out. I do want to go ahead and heal this up or upgrade this as well. What's the difference of defense units between harpoon and bowling ball? Yeah, this 6 to 7, I almost want to sell this harpoon and just put a bowling ball here. It might just be better, but we'll see on that. I don't know if it'll end up mattering too much, as this area does seem pretty safe so far. I'm going to watch out for the ogre spawn, which will be down here. The balancing blockade has already taken a fair bit of damage. I'm going to go for an upgrade on it since I have so much mana. And just going to stall him that much more, fully heal it. Yeah, he's going to go down before... Yeah, that was the easiest ogre. I think one of the bigger difficulties of this map is just the maneuverability. If something goes wrong, it's kind of hard to go quickly get to the tower that you're having an issue with. So if you mess up, it really hurts you. There's another achievement. Accomplished true nobility. Earned the something achievement. I don't even know what that was. Earned the Lord awarded at least medium difficulty. Only 19% of players have completed, but I don't even know what the award was. This tower did take way more damage than I expected down here this way, so I'm gonna have to really keep an eye on this downward little flooding section, essentially. And the bouncer blockade on the side is holding up pretty strong, at least strong enough. Possible glove upgrade. Let's see. We'll get 12 more hero damage, but there's no shot it's ever worth it for me. I'm losing on so many tower stats there. I'm gonna upgrade these harpoons. I don't know if they're doing a whole lot, but just level 1 upgrade, so it's not really much to risk. I'm gonna go ahead and start this wave. I think I am ready. So final wave here. I didn't see how many ogres were coming in. Quite a few amount of wyverns are coming in. I do want to get a little bit more mana and level up some of these harpoons. And once again, I think this is probably going to be the most important area to keep an eye on. I think this one keeps taking a fair bit of damage. That has enough safety net. I don't know if it's just the goblin bombers or what's causing a lot of the damage down here, but yeah, it's taking a lot. Yeah, from what I'm observing, it just seems like a lot of the goblin bombers, for whatever reason, make their way over to this slice and dice specifically. First ogre has shown up. I don't know if there'll be multiple. He is down there. Let's see. Well, I'm going to hop down. Go for an upgrade on the bouncer blockade. I don't think it'll be an issue. There's are like double shamans there healing them, which is kind of a pain. Quick level up from defeating him, and there's a ton of goblin bombers coming in to put me to 200 HP. I'll heal up really fast. And I want to get out of this lower section. It's just so far away from everything. Easy to jump down to, difficult to get back up from. Reminds me of the high ground when it comes to strategy and competitive games like Overwatch and stuff. That was something that was taught into me, especially as a Lucio player, relentlessly, or even as a Zenyatta player. Honestly, it makes more sense when I main Zenyatta. Lucio, it makes a lot less, or it's way less impactful, as you can just usually wall ride back up if you're a talented player, and just sort of, you know, you have less punishment when it comes to high ground and verticality, obviously on Lucio within Overwatch, but things like Zenyatta, a champ that has very little mobility, it was a huge deal to understand and like know when to jump and when to sacrifice that verticality in the right moments. I was always, I don't know, I just remember it to this day. Even in a game like Dungeon Defenders, a single player, you know, PVM experience, it can really matter about deciding when to jump and like how to jump down and yada yada from your vertical and power. You know, what's the Star Wars quote? I have the high ground, Anakin. It matters even in video games, even in Dungeon Defenders, especially in Overwatch. Okay, once again, another upgrade. I'm just trying to pump it all into damage once, because I feel like it's going to start mattering soon. It's not really mattering right now, but I feel like I see it happening really soon. And it always matters in survival mode. In survival mode, which is something I really care about, my favorite game mode of Dungeon Defenders by far, getting more damage on there is going to really matter. You can see on the left side over there how many pieces of equipment are on the ground right now. 1 piece of amazing, 1 powerful, 6 shining, 5 polished, 1 sturdy, 5 solid, 6 stocky, 3 worn, 8 torn, and 4 cursed. It's also cool because that lets you know like how, like, the tiers of what they are. I'm assuming amazing on the left side, once again on the screen. Amazing is the highest tier and highest quality that I have available on the ground right now. Obviously, there's better ones like godly and stuff, and then cursed the lowest. So it's cool to see the tierings break down. Alrighty, and with the beautiful red rooftops of the Ramparts, it's going to be a perfect time to go ahead and call it for today. Episode 11 of this series. Coming up should be the finale, should be the final level of the main campaign. But the cool thing about Dungeon Defenders on the PC in the year 2023 is that completing the campaign is literally just the beginning. There is so much to do, it's kind of disgusting. So let's keep jumping into it. I'll see you guys soon. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more like this. Peace.